If you saw my Great Discovery review, you'll know that I said that Thomas and Friends made it switch to CGI with its 13th season that year. However, I am completely wrong. Thomas and Friends did not make its transition to CGI in its 13th season. It did it in its feature-length movie that year, and that feature-length movie was Hero of the Rails. Let's take a look at the positives. Just like Great Discovery, I could only find loads of positives and very few negatives. But first, let's go from number one. Number one, the animation. To say it's Thomas and Friends' first time in animation, I think they did a solid job. From the engine's proportions, they really have some weight to them. And also some other details that I've noticed on this latest rewatch. These include things like people just going about the business in the Steamworks. For the show's most history, the humans have never moved about like this. And also flocks of birds in the background, something the show never done before. Also, the animation on the engines feels a bit more sense. It's a bit easier to work with CGI. There's no need to change the shot, just to change the face. And you can really tell that animators were having such fun with this. Number 2, Hero. I really like Hero. He's one of my favourite characters of the CGI series. And also, this is where he started. The CGI started with Hero and ended it with it. Season 24 episode called Kenji on the Rails, when Hero finally goes back to Japan. The CGI series started with Hero and ended with him. I really like that. Hero is not just some big neon flashy character which is so common nowadays in the show. No, he's painted very elegantly. He's got black, he's painted black with gold lining and big red wheels. He's very elegant and is what I call the BFG, Big Friendly Giant Engine. Number 3.
Hello, Soda.
I really like Spencer in this. He hadn't appeared much in the show before this. And it was a really good change of pace to the usual persona he was in the model series. In the model series, Spencer's character was mostly just being snooty, even more snooty than James and Gordon. He had a very high opinion of himself and just viewed himself above all the dirty working engines. That was basically his character in the model series. It was very simple. In this movie though, the true side of his character is on full display here. He's very dastardly, thinking inside the clues and behind the scenes. It's very, very good, and I appreciate the team for stepping away from their usual personas. Number 4, world building. There's so much stuff introduced here, from characters, of course there's Victor, and of course there's the Steamworks. I really like the Steamworks. It's a place where the characters, you get to see them fix and all the parts. And also it's the place where I see workmen the most instead of just on the drivers and at stations. I really like the Steamworks. Very industrial place. And of course then there's Victor. I really like Victor as well, and I'll go into why I like him in Women on Mystery. And that is all the positives. I could only find one single negative, but it is a big one, and it really frustrates me. So let's go over that. Number 1, the narrator. I really hate this. The narrator never shuts his gob. He just adds a line to the scene which just doesn't really add anything to it. The engineers can speak themselves now. Let them speak. Take a look at this.
Spencer smiled as he slid away. Spencer steamed and smiled. He raced and he roared. Thomas's wheels started to whir and to wobble. He flew faster and faster down the hill. Thomas laughed. He liked Victor. Thomas looked at his best friend. He always told Percy everything. Spencer chuffed on.
Oh my god, shut up. Stop it. A guy can only take so much Michael Brandon before he has to pause the thing. That aside, the movie is really good. And it's just a really good movie to revisit. Hero of the Rails, dare I say it, is one of the best Thomas movies. And if I would put it on a list, I'd put it at number 5. That's really good considering, what came after this. Season 13 rolled around, it threw all the quality out the window and made it really bad. And it looked like the quality of Hero of the Rails was just going to be a one-off thing. The same can't be said about the next movie. It's a good thing, because it enables us to rewatch it and know that the writers did kind of care during this era. However, we'll see how the writers did in the next movie, because I can tell you,
I make good decisions. That's what I was told. I will not be fearful. I'll be brave and bold.
ugh.